The record What If, one of the things I love about it is that when you put it on, you don't know where it's going. You think you know where it's going. You don't know where it's going. There are I hear a lot of different things in there, even classical music and spots and jazz and bluegrass and other elements. How difficult is it to work up all these different styles with new musicians?
Well, they just sort of followed right along. It didn't seem to be a stretch to go from one tune to the next with these guys. And Jamel Mitchell worked on the horn parts, and then when Vance Thompson came in, he purified them a little bit more. And I think that because Daniel had a bluegrass background, and Doug Belote, the drummer, is from Lafayette, Louisiana. We all kind of have a little bit of a acoustic strain running through us. And haven't even mentioned Christian Settlemeyer, the violinist, yet, who's from Erie, Pennsylvania, but went to Wake Forest to got a degree to be an accountant, and then hated it and decided to go back to playing fiddle again. So that's another complete story there, and I just told it. But Mike Seal came out with us. I kind of built the band in steps, but the horn players came first. I mean, because I've always heard horns in the things that I have written, and just was too big a chicken to put them in there. So finally, I figured, at my age, what am I worried about? Who's going to come knock down my door because I put horns on my record? So I just went ahead and told Daniel what I was thinking about, and he found the guys, and I fell in love with them right away. Loved what they heard the same things that I had been hearing all this time. And so I think that we just cut one tune after another, and they just kind of, the thread is me, probably, in the kooky way that I write, but following a dobro around. I mean, how many of these guys have done that before anyway? So it's all a little strange, but not when you hear it as a big piece, like you say. And I've been influenced by classical music and rock and roll and jazz, and I'm actually getting my own history of jazz from Vance. I asked him. I said, "Yeah, I want the crash course. You have 3 hours." And he did a pretty good job on me, and I haven't been right since. But I think it makes sense when you listen to the record. It all kind of makes sense. I mean, you can hear how the tunes are related to one another as you go through the whole CD.
Well, as you've done with the dobro, you're not afraid to stretch it out in any direction you choose. What do audiences think about this particular configuration? Because I know you got your long-term fans of each thing you do. How does this go over live?
It goes over great live. I mean, it goes over. They're so surprised, and I think, they're surprised in a very good way, because they look up there and they see all these instruments that could essentially wreck what I've built up with them, but these guys don't do that. They don't play that way. They could do that. I mean, everybody could just all of a sudden jerk out all of their bop, and go completely off the reservation. But I don't think that ever happens. Everybody that comes up to me go, "We didn't know what to expect, but we knew it was you, and we liked the way you think, and so we were overwhelmed by what we heard."
whistle and the steam. My baby's leaving on the 219. Well, there's a fella that's preaching about hell and damnation, bouncing off the walls of Grand Central Station. I treated her bad, I treated her mean. My baby's leaving on the 219. I said, hey, I will remember you. Hey, I don't know what to do. Hey, I will remember you. My baby's leaving on the 219. Lost a baby with the water and the preacher stole the bride. I sent her out for a fight, but when she came back inside, she didn't have my whiskey, she didn't have my gin, a hat full of feathers and a wicked grin. I said, hey, hey, I will remember you. Hey, hey, I don't know what to do. Hey, hey, I will remember you. My baby's leaving on the 290. Well, the train gets smaller as you get farther away. You forget everything you wanted to say. Was that a raindrop or a tear in your eye when you